As we look at the crypto market every day, we can see that there is a little less red left. Of course, some old coins are still being sold off, but the good news is that a lot of them are now starting to come back every day. If we look at this picture over a week, we can still see some deep reds. We haven't seen a big bounce yet, but most of this space right now is just green because of what Bitcoin has been doing. When it comes to Bitcoin, we're mostly around 114.4K, about 4,100 Ethereum. XRP is worth about $2.85. Again, when it comes to old coins and Ethereum, we're still in that boring phase. We're mostly interested in what Bitcoin is doing right now because we want it to break over 114, which is about 7,000 on a daily basis. If it does, we can get a nice daily close above that level and start to really build back up to some of those key highs. Right now, the question is about the government shutdown, which is going to happen soon. By the time this video goes live, it will have already happened. It will have been pretty much impossible for the government to work. What does this mean for the market now? Will the market drop? Are there going to be crashes since everyone is getting scared about this? Not a big deal at all for us, I don't think. Something like that doesn't seem like it needs to worry us. I'll explain why in a moment. Taking a quick look at the market, we're getting better. We are also beginning to see some bigger lows form here. Just taking a look at the crypto market cap. Fear and greed are coming back a bit. We're now back to about 42, which is great because it means it's still in neutral ground. Besides that, the altcoin market has started to fall a bit, reaching about 55 at this point in time. That's because they used to have a bunch of charts up here for Bitcoin, but I can't find them. I believe it's inside this. Yes. So Bitcoin is just taking a quick look at this. If we look at the 30-day chart, we can see that this has been slowly going back up, while Ethereum and the others have been drifting downwards. Once more, the main thing we're still doing is looking for signs of alt season to figure out when it will start. Some of these charts on CoinMarketCap or just in this space make me hate it. For example, the old coin season index is one like that. As soon as we see this, everyone thinks we're seeing alt season. That's not how alt season works at all. Take 2024 as an example. In November and December, some old coins did start to sell like crazy, but not all of them. It wasn't really an alternate season. For old coins, it wasn't really a crazy move, not the way it was in periods before, which is why I don't think that's where we should look to tell if we're in old season or not. This chart doesn't seem to be very important to me. All it does is give us a rough idea of how strong old coins are. The thing I'm most interested in right now is other people's power. I've shown you guys a chart more than once, and we will talk about it again at some point. At the moment, there hasn't been a big change on that chart at all since I look at it every 3 weeks. What I'm mostly interested in when it comes to other people's power is something that we could see going all the way back to 2017. We might be able to go back to 2021. We've seen something similar happen every time there has been or is going to be an alt season all the way back to January 2021. Old coins lose value against Bitcoin. It looks like this is Bitcoin's last big push to the upside. Many people went crazy and it reached the same level of popularity as Bitcoin around May 2021. Now this is where I think most old coins reach their highest point. For example, XRP, Dogecoin, XLM, and a few others. After that, we kept going up for a little while longer until the end of the year. After that, the bull run was pretty much over. In 2017, we saw other people break over Bitcoin's power. Bitcoin only got 32.8%, while we got about 48.4%. Of course, that was the best of alt season. In terms of other coins' domination, old coins have been going down and chopping until now. We haven't seen alt season yet. We haven't yet. It's been a long time since we saw it, since 2021. That's all I want to say. So far in the last 7 days, Bitcoin has been going up. If we look at this on a monthly scale, we can see that we are right around support. We want to properly break through 114.7K on this chart. Get a strong end to this. That way we can get back to these highs of about 117,000 to 118,000. Once that is done, we could go after the highs from August and July. We can see that 120K is the main level on this chart because it's all resistance. That means it will take some time to get past it. When it comes to Bitcoin, it's good to note that since our most recent low, we have made a higher low structure, which is very good. Even with this most recent move, it's still a higher high on the shorter time frame. Look at this more like you would on the 3 hour. I still want to see a big move above these highs. In other words, this would bring us to 118,000. When we look at 114.7 thousand, the main reason is that supply and support zones are being flipped. That's why we want a big push above this level. From now on, this will be a wall that we have to push through. We will aim for this high from the 18th if we can get past that. Once that is done, we'll start to push back to some of these other highs from July and even August. Bitcoin seems to be doing pretty well so far. But it's happening at the same time that people are talking about how the government is about to shut down. From the White House, we know that the Democrats are about to shut down the government, right? Not even 4 hours. You should know that this will officially end at midnight. This kind of account always makes me mad because it looks like it's real, right? And it's making people afraid a bit. The shutdown is about to happen. Get ready now. Kind of makes us think that we're seeing some kind of trickery. I believe this is meant to make the market a little scared. This might look a little different to me, right? The government is going to shut down, though. That's the big thing we're looking at here. Should we be worried about this? Are we supposed to be scared? In other words, should we be worried about the market, especially stocks? Because stocks are what's really going on here. What happens to stocks when the government shuts down? I really want to talk about a great post that the Kabazi letter made in this video. This is the first time since 2018 that the US government has been shut down. The US government is about to shut down, and investors are getting ready for it. This would mean that 750,000 workers would be paid every day, which would cost $400 million a day. What does it all mean? Let us explain. Let's look at a picture right now. This is a picture I want to share with you quickly. I need a new tab to open it in. To say it again, this goes all the way back to 2018. Do you mind if I zoom in? The government is now officially shut down. Okay, these are all the times the government has shut down. Also, the orange lines show how the S&P changed during the 2018 government shutdown. It did dip. I do believe that the S&P has been too hot for a while now, so it makes sense that the S&P would take a big drop here. After that, though, as you can see, the S&P just keeps going crazy up. We can see how this is broken down a bit here. As you can see, the last time the government shut down was in December 2018 during Trump's first term. The government was shut down for 35 days, which is the longest in US history. In general, a shutdown lasts for 8 days, but when it lasts longer, it affects more people. During a shutdown, the federal government stops doing many things.